I'm so excited to show you an awesome recipe that you can make with my favorite food of all time. I made 10 of these and I might eat all 10 today. Sorry, Adam. It's Spam here on RJ's Food Rocks. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of RJ's Food Rocks. Today I'm so excited. I'm finally making a food that I've always wanted to make at home because this is something that I truly want to perfect, want to be better at it so that I can always have one ready in the fridge, ready to go. I'm making Spam Musubi. We are making Hawaii's national food, I guess. Spam Musubi is so synonymous to Hawaiian culture and life in Hawaii, and I love Spam. We've already talked about how much I love Spam before. We've made the Spam fried rice at the Run BTS episode. It's a canned meat. It is canned meat that started in 1926 by the Hormel Company in Austin, Minnesota. They noticed that they had so much pork parts that weren't being utilized at all. They had a great idea to spice it up and grind it up and put it in a can. Spiced ham put together creates Spam, and that's why we have Spam today. So the popularity of Spam didn't really come out until World War II. How its cultural impact landed in the Philippines. We were an American colony for a little bit, and so a lot of American and GI foods and culture went over to the Philippines. When my dad was in the military back there, we used to go to, the commissaries and stuff. And Spam was always there. Potted meat and luncheon meat in cans. It's just an integral part of Filipino culture and food. So it's always there. When I first heard about Spam Musubi, because I love sushi so much, I was like, this sounds like the perfect combination. Have such a close relationship with Spam. I love Spam. It's fed me multiple times growing up. When I was a latchkey kid, when I first moved to America, and I would have to feed myself and my brother while my parents were working, I would grab a can of Spam, slice it up, and would do all sorts of acrobatics and recipes with it. It was my white canvas Spam. So I'm excited to make Spam Musubi. Like I said, it is a very famous Hawaiian recipe. They have Spam Musubi makers. So it's this clear plastic square, and then you have a little pusher. The can of Spam will do wonders as the template. So I am using that. So excited. Let me show you how to make this. So the first thing we're doing is obviously cooking the rice. I am cooking about 2 cups of sushi rice here. I ended up still having more Spam than rice. So I probably should have done 3 cups of rice. So then, my Spam Musubis could have been a little bit beefier. But I just did to know that now for the future when I start making Musubis all the time. But with sushi rice, just follow the packaging in the back on what it says on how much water to put into it. The most important part about sushi rice when you're cooking it, either on the stove or on the rice cooker, is that you really do a good job of rinsing it. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Rub the rice. Obviously, I have my can of Spam. I ended up cutting it into 10 different slices. This is always the part that I'm curious about. When that last slice of Spam is too thick, do you go in and cut it so that look, I can make more Spam out of this and cut it in 2? Or are you I don't want to lose a finger. I think I'm just gonna, it's always the challenge that I have. I'm am I just gonna have a thick slice of Spam or should I actually make 2? You decide. So one of the fillings that I'm making is for a breakfast one. And so I wanted to make omelets. Now, as you can see, I'm setting up my Rapid Dash egg cooker. But then I thought about it and have a big piece of egg and then cut it into different things rather than just me constantly making small omelets, So I ditched the Dash egg cooker, maybe for another time. I scrambled the egg, and then I am using my crepe maker, which I have a very exciting video coming up that uses the crepe maker. We're actually making crepes for real this time. A nonstick skillet also works fine. But I am essentially making a big egg omelet and then flipping it over. There are different ways to cook the Spam, but in Musubi, the essential layers are Spam, some sort of like sugary, sticky sauce, rice, and then wrapped with the nori. Most people will just use sugar, like what I'm doing. I'm just putting sugar on top of Spam and then flipping it over, and then it'll kind of caramelize that way. But a lot of people will actually also make their own teriyaki glazes. If you have a bottled teriyaki glaze, you can just use that. I did also watch this other video where this guy used sugar and sriracha. So these 2 slices I cooked with sugar on top and then a dose of sriracha right on top. Over to the egg, I am using the Spam can. Now this is gonna be your ultimate tool for the rest of the video, but I'm using that can to mark out and template out pieces of the egg omelet. I was able to create 4. I had all this leftover egg. I could have chopped it up and used it for something, but I was hungry, so I just ate the egg omelet. I love eggs. The 2 sriracha ones, they didn't really caramelize the way I wanted it to be, so I just opted out of that, and then the rest of the Spam I just cooked regularly with sugar.
Whoops.
Let's start making Spam Musubis, huh? I had a little bit of growing pains here because... So I put the plastic inside the can so that way I can plop the Spam in, plop the rice in, form it, push it down with my little baby rice paddle, and then there you go. But then after that, I was like, okay, now I have to wrap the nori over it. So I was like, okay, so I'm just like lifting this up, putting the nori over, and then putting back in, and then wrapping the plastic over it. That seemed like messy to me. The second time, I put the nori first, and then the Spam, and then the rice. But the nori kept wilting because it was hot in there. It was hot in the can. And that didn't really work either. So maybe the real answer is that I should get a Spam Musubi maker. But anyway, you're really just playing around with how you want to your Spam Musubis together. So this one version, I put tonkatsu sauce in there as kind of like a glaze. This one version, I made my breakfast one, so I put in the egg, but then I also put a slice of Kraft American cheese in there. It is a very flexible recipe. You can do whatever you want. You can fill your Spam Musubis with whatever item you want. What's nice is that if you use the plastic, then you're ready to wrap them up and they can just live in your fridge. Obviously, if you're making a bunch in the morning, they're a great snack just to have during the day. If you want to store them, just put them in the fridge. And if you want to eat them up again, just kind of reheat them for like 10-20 seconds in the microwave and you're ready to go. But anyway, that is your Spam Musubi. Now you're probably wondering, okay, RJ, let's see you try it. It just so happens I have 2 right here. I have my 2 egg ones. So this is the egg and mayonnaise with furikake, and then this is the egg and cheese. I'm going to try the egg and cheese first. I put this in the microwave just by itself in this plastic for about 20 seconds. But here's the cheese. It's kind of melted in the microwave. But there is my Spam Musubi. Should I do this? Hey guys, this is my Spam Musubi. You're definitely going to want to use this palette. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. Okay, itadakimasu. I could probably, for next time, I feel like I could flavor the sushi rice. But this egg and cheese combo with Spam is super good. I made 10 of these and I might eat all 10 today. Sorry, Adam. Highly recommend you really utilizing a full can of Spam. You can get 10 of these good ones. Thank you so much for watching this episode of RJ Food Rocks. If you like what we did here today, if you want to support the show, for $5 a month, you can do that on the Patreon. You get a bonus behind the scenes video every week, a personal link to me. Every month you get a chance to win a really exciting prize. We've been giving out aprons, shirts, If you just want to say, hey, I think you're doing a great job, here's $5 on me, the Patreon is the place to do that. Thank you to all of my food rockers right here. They have been so amazing, so great. I've been using them a lot for feedback for future episodes, and I really value and appreciate their time and their money. Thank you. If you like the show and you want to know more about what I do here, I actually also do podcasts on the Ampliverse. Hop over to the YouTube channel, The Ampliverse, or go to theampliverse.com. I've got 2 podcasts over there, sometimes 3. If there are things that you also want to help support, we've got merch. You can go jump down below and click the Etsy link, and you can buy a shirt and the apron and some other fun stuff that hopefully will come out soon. But you can also find me at RJ Food Rocks on all of your social media. If there is something you want me to make, something fun, something crazy, something you've always wanted to, I don't know, whatever, see me make or do, please let me know. If you have favorite recipes that you've always wanted to make but you never thought that you could, send them to me. I'll make them for you so I can show you that if I can do it in my tiny ass kitchen. Thank you for watching this episode of RJ's Food Rocks. Make sure you subscribe and like all of these other videos, but I'm gonna see you guys next time. 감사합니다. Hot.